Welcome to the Ohh Show with Orlana Darkins Drewery, your connection to events, topical interests, issues, and the movers and shakers in our world, and the opportunity to learn things that make you say, oh. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Tadias and Shara McNeil, the dynamic husband and wife duo behind Affirmare Candle Company. Now, this remarkable company is on a heartfelt mission to enhance relationships and promote intentional love. Through their unique handcrafted candles, the McNeils are helping couples connect, communicate, and celebrate their love in meaningful ways. So, let's dive into their inspiring journey and discover how they are lighting up relationships one candle at a time. So I normally don't do this, but I'm going to pause and start all over. Welcome to the Ohh Show with Orlana Darkins Drewery, your connection to events, topical interests, issues, and the movers and shakers in our world, and the opportunity to learn things that make you say, oh. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Tadias and Shara McNeil, the dynamic husband and wife duo behind Affirmare Candle Company. This remarkable company is on a heartfelt mission to enhance relationships and promote intentional love. Through their unique handcrafted candles, the McNeils are helping couples connect, communicate, and celebrate their love in meaningful ways. So let's dive into their inspiring journey and discover how they are lighting up relationships one candle at a time. Welcome to the Ohh Show.
Hello.
Now, did I say your names correctly?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Yes.
Excellent.
So let's dive right in. What inspired you both to start Affirmare Candle Company, and how does your personal journey as a couple influence your mission?
Well, it first started off as a hobby of mine that I got really good at. And we soon figured out, like, hey, if you're good at this, can we figure out a way to make people aware of how unhealthy the other candles are and how to come to us for healthy candles, as well as create a connection while doing so. So this is what we started off with, and then we built our brand based off of it. We built our brand off of making our candle act as a catalyst for connections, for deep conversations, for difficult conversations, and we're steadily growing in that direction.
Yes.
Okay, so you said these candles are going to create a connection. So as a couple, before I have a conversation with my husband, if I feel like it's going to be a heated argument, I need to light a candle.
You need to set the mood. Yes.
And we use our candles. Yes. And so what we do is we use our candles to kind of ground you. So our candles have a strong fragrance. The fragrance, these fragrances are filled with essential oils, and these essential oils promote things like relaxation, calmness, all those different types of things that would improve a setting for a conversation like that. And so what we do is we ensure that we can help you set a moment that will allow for that time to be peaceful and easy.
Okay, so I understand that the candles are combined with affirmation cards. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, how did you come up with that idea of combining candles with affirmation cards to foster this emotional intimacy?
Well, what we understand is it's not just what you do, but it's also what you say. And so what we wanted to do was help couples speak the best things over each other. What we understand is that affirmations are small prayers. Our company is called Affirmare because the word affirmare is Latin for affirmation. And so what we want to do is help couples to constantly speak the best things over each other. And so our affirmations are great things to speak over one another's lives, as well as other parts of your particular life. So What we just wanted to do was help set that mood for conversation by at least starting with great things you could say over one another.
So, and I think you kind of answered my next question, but I'll ask it anyway. How do you see Affirmare Candle Company playing a role in supporting healthier, long-lasting relationships?
Well, there's a couple ways. The first way I would say is outside of the conversation, it sets the mood. And so we understand that people have busy lives, busy days, and just have so much going on that sometimes it's hard to remember to take that moment to share with one another and connect. So that's the first way. We just want to make sure that people have that time or remember that they have that moment to connect. The second way is, you light up a candle, and oftentimes you can bring a smell that would give you the thoughts of love or peace or whatever it is that you share with somebody that brings a bit more intimacy that you have an ability to see within that person. And so our candles, we hope, would help people always connect by words, and also connect when they smell a certain scent from our candles, that they ground themselves with peace and relaxation and calmness, even set a mood for some time of intimacy, or just hang out and relax and just enjoy each other.
Yes, and this is why we named our candles what we named them. We have Entice Me, Invigorating, Pure Bliss, and Intimacy. And the essential oils that are within these separate candles aid to the mood that we want the couples to feel while they're having these conversations.
Right.
So as we share, each candle comes with an affirmation card. Can you share, do you remember some of the affirmations that come with the candle?
Well, we have several affirmations. I don't remember most of them off the top of our head. We've got quite a few, but I think one was, we set our love to be intentional always and speak the best things over one another.
Okay, I like that. So as you mentioned, you kind of said this in the beginning, many couples struggle with finding time to connect due to busy schedules and life demands. So how do you envision your candles fitting into their lives as tools for connection?
I would say that when somebody comes in, you come in after a long day of work, that you set the time to be intentional, because it's not just the candles, right? It's you as a person and as a couple as well, to set the time, even if it's just 30 minutes of your time after you get off work or after a long day. Just set the tone of lighting a candle so that when your partner smells that candle, it's like, okay, hey, they want to talk. Let's have this conversation. This is what we want to foster. You know what I'm saying? But it's not just the candle. It takes the couple taking that step to do that as well.
And it's not just necessarily a conversation. Sometimes it's just to relax. Sometimes it's just to hang out. Sometimes it's just to finally have that moment where we kind of let the day go and we kind of get wrapped up in each other instead of all the other things that we have going on.
Now, as a couple, did you guys experience a challenge in your relationship that shaped the vision of your company?
Yes. So we are very, very busy people. Military, work, family, friends, organizations we're a part of. And we started to notice that we got to the point where we were ships passing in the night, really cared about one another, really had strong feelings of love for one another. It wasn't a struggle, but what we realized is we were losing the connection because we were so busy. And we wanted to make sure that we had a point where we could ground each other and say, hey, when this is going on, it's just us together and everything else is closed off for the moment, and it's just you and me. And so what we began to do was kind of use those candles as a catalyst for that. We knew whenever one of us smelled the candle or we saw the light, that it was time to have those moments. And so that's how we used it and kind of overcame some of that challenge.
I love it. So what makes your candles different from everyone else's?
I would say the health of the candle one. There's a lot of candle brands that use what's called paraffin wax. And the paraffin wax holds carcinogens within them, which are cancer-causing agents. A lot of people don't know this, as well as the affirmations that we attach to our candles, as well as the connection piece that we attach to our candles, and that we're actually trying to impact lives past our candles. I don't see any other candle brands doing that. So I feel that we stand out in that way, is that we're not just trying to sell you a candle and get your money. We want to make the impact on your life and your relationship.
as well. We use premium brands. We use the top quality soy wax. We use top quality ingredients. Our ingredients, not ingredients, but our fragrances are filled with essential oils. I couldn't think of the word. Essential oils. We use a wooden wick. That wooden wick gives a crackling sound, almost like a fire. So you get that experience as well. It's not just a smell, but a feel. Not only that, our candle, the vessels have gold rims. And so the interior of the candles being gold, you get a reflection that dances off walls, that dances off different lights, that has all these effects. And so it's a little bit different. So you'll have the aesthetic of the words that you speak within the affirmation. You also have the smells as well as the sound. So we bring all those senses together to create an experience for our candle.
So you mentioned that at one point you guys were like two ships passing in the night, but now you work together. So how do you balance entrepreneurship and the personal relationship of husband and wife?
Being intentional. You know how I said earlier, it's not just about the candle, it's about the couple being intentional about that time, just being intentional about the time that we spend. Like, hey, even if it's just 30 minutes out the day after we get off, we're going to spend that time. That's non-negotiable. So I feel like that's one of the ways that we were able to get past being ships in the night.
Yeah. And we do the best we can to stay light with our business. We often have heavy conversations, and what we've learned is compromise within those conversations. But we also try as much as we can to laugh and enjoy and integrate as much fun as we can with what we do.
I love it. So looking ahead, what are your hopes and dreams for Affirmare Candle Company, and how do you plan to continue inspiring love and connection in the future?
I see Affirmare Candles being a household name. I do. I see it being in the big brand stores and us potentially making our way to getting past candles and more into the perfumes, the colognes, but that's to come. We got to put it on the drawing board.
Right.
Let's talk about it.
Right.
But we do see ourselves getting that big.
Right. And I'm sorry, what was that second question again?
I asked, and how do you plan to continue inspiring love and connection in the future?
Well, we share our social medias. We share different words of encouragement, things like that on our social media platforms. We continue to challenge people to be intentional about their relationships. We continue to strive to find better affirmations within our candles. We continue to find ways to give people more of the information that they may need or more of the motivation they might need to stay connected with their partner.
And to caveat off of that, we would like to be what we're asking others to be. Like everything that we're putting out, we're living that. It's difficult at times, but we're taking the time to actually live what we want others to witness within their relationship.
I love it. And so, of course, we want to know, where can we find and purchase Affirmare candles?
All right, so you can find us online at www.affirmarecandle.com. It's all e-commerce. We also have social media sites on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook under Affirmare Candle.
And Affirmare is spelled AFFIRMARE candle.com.
I was just about to spell it, so thank you so much. And you're also welcome to see this on the Ohh Show with Orlana, our YouTube channel, and also on various other platforms that the Ohh Show is on. You guys know where to find me. But yes, thank you for spelling it. I was just about to do that.
Okay.
So guys, any closing words before we go? Anything that you would like to add that I didn't ask a question about?
Nothing we can think of now, but in these seasons, just want to remind people, hey, don't take your partner for granted. Do not take your partner for granted. Every day we see couples no longer together. We see people sick. You don't know where things are going to head. So cherish each moment that you have. Take that time within, whether it be the holidays or your day-to-day life, and find joy in each day you spend with your partner. You don't get moments back. Create moments, create memories, enjoy each other. You don't have to bicker. You don't have to argue all the time. Sometimes we can let some things go and just really find a way to appreciate and love the person you're with.
That's a great way to end the show. Tadias and Shara McNeil, the dynamic husband and wife duo behind Affirmare Candle Company. Thank you so much for sharing your story and information about your product.
Thank you.
And remember, for more information about their candles, visit Affirmare Candle, and it's AFFIRMARE Candle, affirmarecandle.com. You've been listening to the Ohh Show with Orlana. Until next time, keep shining. Coming up next is your New Year's Eve resolution to turn a passion into a business or grow your side hustle into something bigger. Don't let registration, licensing, and compliance issues turn your dream into a nightmare. Find out how to navigate these hurdles and take your vision to the next level. Plus, as disasters become more frequent, finding safe shelter is a growing challenge. Learn how Airbnb.org is stepping up with free housing for families in crisis. Stay tuned. It's all on the Ohh Show with Orlana. Welcome to the Ohh Show with Orlana Darkins Drewery, your connection to events, topical interests, issues, and the movers and shakers in our world, and the opportunity to learn things that make you say, oh. As disasters become more frequent and severe, finding safe shelter can be one of the biggest challenges. Airbnb.org, a nonprofit leveraging Airbnb's global network, is providing critical support by offering free housing to families in crisis. Joining me to talk more about this is Executive Director of Airbnb.org, Christophe Gorder. Christophe, welcome to the Ohh Show.
Good morning, and thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you. So let's dive right in. What challenges do people face finding housing after disasters, and how does Airbnb.org help?
Well, as you know, there's just more and more disasters around the world. You think back over the course of the last year, the number of devastating hurricanes and wildfires and tornadoes around the country have just been really unprecedented, right? And when those happen, thousands of people are displaced from their homes, and many people lose their homes in the process. And so when that happens, there's just a huge need for emergency housing. And that's where Airbnb.org steps in. We're a nonprofit that was created by Airbnb about 4 years ago. And our mission is to leverage the Airbnb platform, the millions of Airbnb properties around the world, and make them available for free to survivors and evacuees in times of crisis. So it's really been an amazing journey for us, and so inspiring to see hosts around the world and around the country just open up their homes to their neighbors in times of great need.
So how does that work? How does Airbnb use Airbnb hosts network to respond? How do you connect to all these hosts?
So when a disaster happens, the first thing we do is connect with local nonprofits on the ground who are helping people directly, and we work with them to identify the families in greatest need, who and get them out of shelters, or sometimes they're staying in their cars. So you imagine a family with special needs kids, or elderly people with pets, or that just aren't they really are going to benefit from staying in an Airbnb as opposed to staying in a hotel room or staying in a congregate shelter. So that's how we identify the people in greatest need. And then we're reaching out to the hosts in the area and asking them if they are able to offer their places either at a discount or for free. And when they can't offer for free, then we're raising the money as a charity through donations from people all over the country, from folks like your viewers who donate, and then 100% of their donations are able to pay for those stays for people, because Airbnb covers all of our operating expenses. So every dollar that comes into us directly pays for a family in need.
Wow. So how does this look for you throughout the year? Are you constantly raising funds? I mean, again, because you don't know when a disaster is going to strike and where. So what's the day-to-day that you're making sure that these hosts are on deck?
So we maintain a constant, sort of line of communication with hosts around the world, updating them about the work that we're doing, the opportunities for them to help out, and what it means to be a host for Airbnb.org. They have the same protections that they would have if they're hosting for Airbnb, which means the damage coverage, the insurance, the safety, like all of those features that are there for hosts. Hosting for Airbnb are in effect when they're hosting for Airbnb.org. So we even see people who will offer their houses who aren't normally Airbnb hosts, but after a disaster, they say, "Hey, I've got a free room. I'll sign up with Airbnb.org and have all those protections and offer my house, my room or my house to a survivor for free." So we do even see people just sign up specifically for these situations, and it's just really inspiring to see how generous people are in times of need.
And so that's my next question. So you don't have to already be an Airbnb host. You could be someone who has space and see a need and contact the organization.
Right. So we have thousands and thousands of hosts around the country who have signed up and essentially saying, I'm not interested in hosting people on vacation, right, but if you need me in times of crisis, I'm here for you.
And then if you're already an Airbnb host, are you already automatically a part of the organization side, or do you have to sign up?
So if we can use regular Airbnbs and so hosts don't have to sign up. What we're asking hosts to do is to open up their place and offer a discount or offer their place for free. So by coming on with and being part of the program, they are they're really offering the generosity of their homes and opening up their homes for free. I mean, the idea for Airbnb.org actually came from a host. It goes back to when Hurricane Sandy hit New York City in 2012. If you remember, there were thousands of people displaced, out in the Rockaways and in Queens. And there was an Airbnb host in Brooklyn named Shell, and she said, all these people are displaced. Like, I want to open my house and host somebody for free. Can I do that? Mm-hmm. And so she was really the spark for this. And very quickly, we had over 1,000 hosts in the New York City area who opened up their homes for free. And that's where the idea really started. It was host generated. And so what we've done is to try to create the mechanisms to scale that and offer, additional features and ways for hosts to participate in this program. And it's really scaled amazingly over the course of the last few years.
I love this. I love the whole concept. So where can people go if they are Airbnb hosts and they want to sign up? Maybe they are not an Airbnb host, but they want to contribute to this cause. Where do they go?
So the easiest thing to do is just jump on our website. It's airbnb.org, and you can learn all about what we do and the current disasters that we're responding to right now. Obviously, if you make a donation, 100% of that goes to pay for a family in need to stay in a safe place. And if you're interested in hosting, you can sign up to host either at a discount or for free and learn all about how that works and what the protections are and what to expect. But all of that information is on our website, airbnb.org.
Christophe Gorder, Executive Director of Airbnb.org. Thank you so much for sharing this information with us today.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me on.
And thank you all for tuning in to the Ohh Show with Orlana. Until next time, keep shining.